Hi everyone! In today's class, we are going to do a 20-minute Vinyasa flow class. So Vinyasa flow means that we link the movement using the breath or we move with our breath. But at the end of the day, when you are practicing yoga, I recommend that you breathe throughout it. Okay? So I hope you enjoy. So we'll start in a tabletop position. Okay, so go ahead, just set yourself up, hands maybe shoulder width apart and then knees hip width apart. And then you can start with some gentle movements first, maybe swinging the hips side to side. Or you can draw some circles so that you shift forward and back. Okay. So see how the hands are feeling, maybe how the body's feeling at the start of class. And then let's do one more in this direction. Okay. And then from here, let's go the opposite direction. Okay, so there's some cracking in my joints. So I hope you don't have that. One more breath here, and then we'll come back to center. Okay, and then as we start to add more movement, okay, so let's connect the movement with the breath. As we inhale, we'll stick the butt up, arching the back as you look forward. And then as you exhale, push and round through the back. For our cat and cow, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and then you can add here, I prefer some rolling cats inhale. And then as you exhale, you'll round as you start to sit down, as if finding child's pose. And then inhale, come forward, pressing up. Exhale as you push and round. And we'll do that one more time, breathing in. And then breathing out. And then from here, we'll come up to a tabletop. And then from here, we'll curl the toes. And then we'll press up into our downward facing dog. Okay. And then in your first down dog, see how you feel. Now that we are carrying our own body weight, maybe start to move slowly or one knee at a time. Okay, maybe bending. Maybe again, swinging the hip side to side. Okay. Maybe even go ahead and draw a few circles at your ankles. Okay. So let the movement be somewhat easy or what feels easy for you as we stay here. Okay. And then know that you can always bend the knees any amount, okay, if hamstrings are a little bit tight today. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, making that mindful connection with the breath, okay, as you push away from your mat. One more breath here. And then from here, we'll look in between the hands. So we'll just start to walk forward towards the top of our mat. Okay, you can take your time making your way there. And then from here, you can hold on to your elbows. Okay, and then just folding over our hips. You can choose to be steady or drawing those half circles, or imagine you're drawing rainbows with your elbows. And then see how the back body feels, how the side body feels. One more breath here. And then from here, we'll release the elbows. You can bend the knees any amount, and then we'll just slowly roll ourselves up to standing, maybe rolling the shoulders up and back. Okay, from here, standing at the top of our mats. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. And then exhale, we'll fold forward. Moving with the breath, inhale, come up halfway. Hands can be on the shins. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll come all the way up. Hands lift. Exhale, hands back by the side. Okay, one more of that round. Inhale, maybe look up, maybe palms touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming up halfway. So find that effort of sensation of the chest reaching forward. And then as you exhale, we'll fold again. Inhale, we'll come all the way up. Your choice, maybe palms will touch. And then exhale, hands back by the sides. And then from here, we'll start to add on. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. As we exhale, we'll bend the knees. You can get your hands flat on the mat. And then we'll step back to our first plank. Okay, and then we'll hold steady here first in our plank. Okay, can you push a little bit extra at the upper back so it'll start to round? Drawing the thighs together as if you're holding a block between the legs. One more breath. And then as you exhale, we'll lift up and back into downward facing dog. Okay, breathing here. You can choose to move any way you like in down dog, or you can be still. Okay. Then we'll take that a few times. Okay, inhale, we'll shift forward to plank. Okay, holding steady here, pressing away. Notice how you carry your weight on your hands. If it's mostly on the wrists, can you press down on the fingertips? Maybe activate the legs. Exhale into downward facing dog. One more round, breathing in as you shift forward. Okay, and then see how plank feels by this point. One more cycle. And then from here, for our first round of Vinyasa, we'll bring the knees down so that you can modify any way you like. Okay. For this option, knees down, chest reaches forward, and then we'll lower all the way down to the mat. Let the toes point back. Okay. Know that you can do your back bend maybe slightly wider than the hips as you lift the chest away from the floor for Cobra. And then from here, we'll push back up, curl the toes into downward facing dog. Okay, adding on, inhale, right leg lifts. We'll step it through in between the hands as we bring that left knee down. So we'll start with a low lunge. Inhale, arms lift up. Bend into that right knee as much as you like. Right hand holds onto the left arm, pulling up. And then exhale, we'll bend towards the right side. Okay. And then choose if you want more or if you want less. That's always a nice option to take. One more breath. And then from here, we'll release the side bend. We'll bring that left arm down. And then exhale, we'll start to turn towards the right. Okay, you can stay here with that right arm lifting up or reach that right hand over the head. Breathing in and breathing out. One more cycle. And then as you exhale, we'll release. Okay, from here, bring that right knee back. Okay, we'll go through our modified chaturanga. Chest reaches forward and then lower with control all the way down. Toes point back, shoulders roll back as you lift the chest up. Zip up the belly. As you exhale, we'll push back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. And we'll step it through in between the hands, bringing that right knee down. Okay, make sure you always feel balanced on your legs as you come up to that low lunge. And then from here, left hand will hold on to the right arm or your wrist. Pull that right side up. And then as you exhale, we'll lean on to that left side. Okay, and then hold steady here. Okay, you can bend any amount to that left knee. And then side bend any amount as well. Know that you can always find less if needed. One more breath. And then from here, we'll release the side bend. Right hand comes down. And then exhale, we'll twist towards the left side. Okay, so push away from that right palm. Left hand reaches up and over. And then as you stay here, turning the chest as that left hand extends. Okay, one more breath here. And then from here, we'll bring that left arm down as we find our tabletop again. Breathing in. As you exhale, chest reaches forward. As you slowly lower down. Toes will roll back, shoulders will roll back. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, coming back up into downward facing dog. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Again, you can choose to move any way you like if it's needed, or maybe even wiggle the hips side to side. One more breath here. From here, we'll look in between the hands. You can bend the knees, stepping forward or walking forward. Breathing in halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back by the sides. Inhale, we'll lift up. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Do a quick towel dry. As you exhale, hands press down. This time we'll step back to a plank, and then we'll take our flow from plank. Okay, so this is another option. Keeping the knees lifted as you shift forward, elbows bend halfway. As you breathe in, straightening out the arms for up dog, and then as you exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. We'll step it through in between the hands. Okay. This time we'll ground that left heel. Okay. And then from here, we'll start to straighten that right leg any amount. Okay. At this point, if it feels that the floor is too far away or you feel compressed, you can always use your blocks. Okay. So that you can come up a little bit higher. Now, can you roll your left hip forward? Maybe as you fold any amount. Okay, you can always adjust the height of the blocks. You can add any movement. In the hamstring stretches, I do prefer small movements as my hamstrings are normally tight. Okay. One more breath here. Okay. From here, okay, we'll rebend into that right knee. Okay, let me bring my blocks off to the sides. Your left heel, you lift it up again. Okay, from here, we'll come up halfway, bring the palms together, and then as you exhale, we'll turn towards the right side. Nice. So you can twist any amount, pressing that arm against the leg. One more cycle here. And then from here, we'll slowly release. Hands come down. We'll step back to our plank, breathing in. And then as you exhale, we'll transition through. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale into downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. We'll step it through in between the hands. We'll ground that right foot. Again, you can grab your blocks as you straighten that left leg any amount. Okay, so taking your time as you fold over that left thigh, let your right hip roll forward. Breathing in and breathing out. You can wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe stick the butt out a little bit more. See how that feels for your hamstrings. One more cycle here. And then from here, we'll release. We'll bend into that left knee. Okay, right heel will lift up. We'll set up for our high lunge twist. Come up halfway, hands come together. As we turn towards the left this time, right elbow will hook onto that leg. Hold steady here. Keep that back leg pressing up towards the ceiling as you twist. Breathing in and breathing out. One more cycle. And then from here, we'll release. Hands come down as we step back. Inhale. And then you can transition any way you like. Know that you can bring the knees down and maybe lift up to cobra as we make our way back into downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Pushing away from the mat. Notice how the breath is, the quality of your breathing. One more cycle here. And from here, we'll look in between the hands, knees can bend. As you step forward, maybe walk forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back. Next round, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And then as we exhale, making our way back. Okay, so choose, you can modify your flow any way you like. You can add, again, you can subtract, that's always an option. You can skip this part and push straight back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Okay, we'll step it through in between the hands. Okay, left heel grounds again. And then as you inhale, arms will come out to a T. We'll find warrior two. So you can bend into that right knee any amount and then reach the arms towards the opposite sides. Holding here for another breath. One more cycle. And then this time, we'll reach that right arm forward, land it on the right thigh, and then reach that left hand up and over the head. Okay. So we're not hanging out here. You want a bit of effort pushing away from that bottom leg. Okay. One more breath here. You can stay here, or for those who would want a little bit more right arm, you can start to extend it as well. So we'll feel our side body work. One more breath. And then as you exhale, we'll release. Hands come down. Keep breathing as we transition through. Okay. Again, you always have the option to skip the transition. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Let's take that on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. We'll step it through in between the hands. Ground that right foot. Okay, so widen the stance if needed. We'll take warrior two on the other side. Okay, so bend into that front knee. Arms come out to a T. Breathing in and breathing out. As we hold our warrior, you can bend any amount. One more cycle. And then from here, left arm onto the thigh, reaching that right arm up and over. And then your gaze, you can look to wherever it's comfortable for the neck. You can even look down if you like. Okay. One more cycle here. Okay. It's perfectly fine to stay here, or maybe for some you want to explore extending that left arm up. Hold steady here as you breathe and hold. One more cycle. And then as you exhale, we'll release. Hands come down as we step back. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll transition through, or maybe not. The choice is yours. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath in. Okay, from here, we'll look in between the hands. You can bend again, maybe stepping or walking forward. Inhale, come up halfway, quick towel dry. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands back by the sides. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And as we exhale, hands come down. We'll step back again to our plank. Breathing in. And then choose if you'll transition or modify, or just make your way back into downward facing dog. Breathing in and out of the nose. Notice again the quality of the breath. One more cycle here. And then from here, we'll bring the knees down. Okay. And then we are going to bring the legs in front. Okay. From here, we'll reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, we'll fold forward. Okay. You can hold on any part of your leg, the shin, the edges, the top. Okay. You can even use your belt or even your towel as you fold here. Okay. So see how the hamstrings feel again. One more cycle. And then from here, we'll slowly release. We'll come up. Okay. This time we'll come into a reverse tabletop. Okay. So you'll go ahead and then bend your knees. Let me just move. Okay, you'll bring your hands behind and then set up the wrists or the fingers where it's comfortable for your wrists. Some like it that they point it towards the bum or towards the edges or the long edge of your mat. Okay, so for me, I prefer to turn my hands out. So from here, we'll press the feet down, and then as you inhale, we'll lift the hips all the way up. So we'll find reverse tabletop. Okay, and then think about the chest pressing up, so we get that stretch at the front of our shoulders. Then you can move forward and back, okay, or maybe even side to side. See how that feels for you. One more breath. And then from here, we'll slowly lower down. Okay, this time we'll bring the feet as wide as the mat, and then we'll do windshield wipers seated. Okay, you'll breathe in, and then as you exhale, just drop the knees to one side. Bring the knees back to center, drop the knees to the other side. Okay, and then you can move, if this feels good for you, as many times as you like. Okay, see how the hips feel. Or you can even do a hold, maybe press to one side. So I'm pressing to my left, and then I can lift my right hip up any amount. See how that feels for you. Inhale back to center, and then we'll turn to the other side, and then left hip will press up. One more breath. And then from here, we'll release. We'll sit up tall, we'll cross the legs, and then hands on the knees. We'll take a moment here as we close our eyes, connecting with the breath again as we inhale, and letting it all go. This time, bringing our hands together, maybe head bows down, and giving yourself gratitude for your practice and for letting me guide you. Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed that class. If you would like to check out more Vinyasa Flow classes, or maybe classes that are geared to specific areas of the body, go ahead and check out my channel. There are different classes for you to choose from, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So I would like to thank you for watching. This is Every Yoga by John Daya, sharing everyday yoga for everybody.